My name's Aaron, welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic. Today I'm viewing Atkinsons Her Majesty The Oud Eau de Parfum. This is £140 for 100ml. The top notes are, I can't pronounce that, flowers, red fruit jam, Turkish rose, saffron, iris. The base notes are oud of Assam accord, leather and vanilla. So this is an Assam accord. So I don't know if that says this says oud or doesn't have oud, but we shall know. Do we have our fragrance samples? Are we engaged with our high selves? Let's get testing. So before I start, I want to show you what real oud looks like. This is 100ml of one of the ouds I use, and this is £1,500. And this is primarily why large fragrance companies who are profit driven will not use this, because this is so expensive. And but it's incredibly powerful, so I want to show you it. It's one of my most favorite things. It is thick, resinous, balsamy. Now, interestingly, I keep this in a very cool place and will go semi-solid. It is very strong, and it's quite difficult to explain unless you've never smelt it, but it smells, there's different sort of types of oud, and they can go from smelling like quite fecal and barnyardy and very heavy, to that one which is very incensey and light and slightly floral and woody, and they all smell very like balsamy. And balsams come from the sap of trees. Oud is the balsam from the infected agarwood tree. And I don't buy wild oud, I buy farmed, which means we're protecting the environment. And they infect the trees with the fungus, and the immune response of the agar tree produces oud. They cut the tree down and they find it in the tree bark, and then they will remove it. So it's not something which can just be grown massively, and the more infected the tree is, the more oud, the better quality oud, the darker the oud that it is. And that oud I love very much. I searched for a long time for a supplier who could supply me really high quality oud. It is unmistakable in a formulation. There is nothing quite like it. It adds just such a beautiful feel to fragrances. It makes things smell very expensive, and I personally love using it, and my range is all art before profit, so I will always use ouds, and I love showing oud, and it's quite a different thing. It's a little bit tannin like, so it's got the smell of like terpenes. It's got the sort of, it's a mixture of lots and lots of things, and it's also quite sweet, resinous, and then it goes down into very sort of like animalistic quality. They all have that in common, but they all smell balsamic, so they have this balsam quality. Anyway, on to this review. This is very lovely. Now, it reminds me very much of, there's a similarity between this and Herod. This smells quite similar to it, so the aroma chemicals that they're using in Herod, that is in this one. This is primarily, it's very sweet. This is primarily sandalwood aroma chemicals, backed against ethyl brasswood, backed against ice super, coumarin, and ketones, raspberry ketone qualities. It's very sweet. There's some lovely medicinal qualities coming through at the base, which would either be from sort of eucalyptus or tea tree. Some lovely clean musks in this. This is really lovely formulation. The eugenols in this are particularly well put. On to my final thoughts. This does not contain real oud. Absolutely not. It is a fantastic oud accord. That's what I very much like. They're saying a oud of Assam accord. They're not saying oud. So this is a really skilled perfumer making a aroma chemical oud formulation. But once you smelled oud, you just know what oud is. It adds life, living, breathing energy to formulations. This is a slight, there are some green notes flickering through, so there are some herbally sort of green notes flicking through, which is really gorgeous. This is really gorgeous. But it smells really similar to Herod actually. But it all starts to smell The thing I've noticed is it's all sort of quite samey. That this smells, there's some aroma chemicals in this that are in Herod, and that are like the range that's in Amen, all that stuff. They all sort of smell the same, so they seem to be building things similarly. It seems to be, I don't know, maybe the top quarter seems to be the same in all of these, and then they sort of finesse it at the bottom. So it seems to be quite a fashionable trend. Maybe they had a sale on the sandalwood raw materials, I don't know. So I'm going to go through my marks with you. I think this is really good. I think it's technically very good. I think it's a really good oud formulation. I think it's very, very good, and I can do a really good synthetic oud. I think all perfumers can, actually. So I think it's really technically, I think it's very, very good. I very much enjoy this. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 4. 140 for 100ml. I think it's a bit overpriced, to be honest with you, because it hasn't got particularly that many naturals in this. I'm not smelling particularly a lot of naturals. There's sort of it seems to be quite heavily aroma chemical based. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 2 for that. Do I like it? This is the problem, you see, because I deal with real oud. I'm sort of more harder on the rose and ouds because they're my most favourite things. So in this case, I'm a little underwhelmed, to be honest. It just smells the same as everything else. It's this. If you had this and you put this in Amen, all of that, and Pure Tonka and all of them, you would think it would be, they could just call this pure oud and it would be the same. And so I'm a little bit underwhelmed, so I'm going to give it, I don't know, I want to sit at a 7. I think it's very underwhelming. As I said, if I wasn't an oud snob, I perhaps would mark it slightly higher, but I absolutely am. I do like things with ethyl maltol in. They give it a sweetness to quite heavy, dense formulations. It's very, very linear. So the way to tell is if something is very natural, or has a high percentage of naturals, is you'll put it on and about an hour later it's changed and something's happened on the skin and something's happened in the formulations. With my ouds, you get that. You get a change after 2 hours and then again after 4 hours and again after 6 hours, and you're not going to get this. This stays the same. I think the projection of this is going to be about, it's really good. About 2 feet. It just smells like Herod. But I'm very, very underwhelmed and a bit disappointed, actually. I think the demographic of this is it's quite youthful, because I'm associating it with that Pure Tonka and all of those things. So I'm associating it with that. So I think the demographic is between sort of 20 and 30. I think it's a really lovely summer oud. I think this is a really lovely summer oud. Very easy to wear, very easy to understand. But the lack of oud is what's sort of getting me, unfortunately. Disappointed. I really wanted to fall in love with this, but unfortunately I'm not. So I hope you love that review. Hope you're staying safe and well. Thumbs up and subscribe. All that bullshit for more frantic dancing hands, excited unicornness, and lots of reviews. And I'll see you soon.